Welcome, one and all, to another episode of the Music Educator Podcast. My name is Bill Stevens. I'm so glad you're here. And in today's episode, Season 7, Episode 5, our topic for today, when the answer is right, but the learning isn't. Let me describe a moment that might sound familiar. You're in rehearsal, and the band is playing. The notes are mostly there, and the rhythm is acceptable. You stop the group. You ask a question. A student raises their hand and gives you the right answer. You nod. You say, "Good," and you move on. And nothing about that moment feels wrong. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes the most dangerous rehearsals are the ones that sound successful. So today's goal is simple. By the end of the episode, you'll have a language-based strategy you can use in any rehearsal to turn correct answers into real musical understanding without slowing everything down or derailing the rehearsal flow. The problem: correct does not equal understanding. Middle school band students are excellent at learning how to please adults. They learn what answers get a nod, what comments in the questioning, and what gets rehearsal moving again. And we unintentionally train them to prioritize completion over comprehension. This shows up when students can name the dynamic but can't describe the sound. They can count the rhythm once but not explain why it works. And they play the passage fine until the scaffold disappears. This isn't laziness, it's conditioning. So let me show you what this looks like in real life.
All right, band, let's stop there. Trumpets, what dynamic are you marked at measure 32?
Mezzo forte.
Yep, good. Okay, let's try it again from 31.
Now the shift. Same moment, same student, different move.
Okay, band, hold on a second. Trumpets, same question. What dynamic are you marked at measure 32?
Mezzo forte.
Okay. Tell me what that should sound like compared to what we just played.
Not too loud?
All right, that's a start. Compared to the measure before it, should it feel heavier, lighter, or the same?
I think heavier, but not like blasting.
Yes, exactly. So band, listen to that idea. Not just mezzo forte, but weight without force. Trumpets, give me weight without edge. Let's try 31 again.
Why that moment mattered. Now, notice that didn't change. The question wasn't harder. The rehearsal didn't slow down. And no tools, no tech, and no worksheets. What changed was what the teacher rewarded, not the label, the thinking. And that's the difference between naming music and understanding music. Strategy breakdown. Strategy 1. Ask for description, not identification. If the question can be answered with one word, the learning probably ends there. Try the shift. What dynamic is this? Opposed to, how should this dynamic feel compared to the last phrase? You're not asking for theory, you're asking for sound imagery. Strategy 2. Use the pause on purpose. That moment of silence after the student hesitated. That's not awkward. That's learning trying to happen. Rescuing too fast teaches students, if I wait long enough, the teacher will explain it. Waiting teaches, my thinking matters here. Strategy 3. Validate the process, not the answer. Notice the teacher didn't say, yes, mezzo forte is correct. They said, that's a start. Exactly. Listen to that idea. Students repeat what gets validated. Okay, now we're at our Music Educator Insight. Here's today's Music Educator Insight. If you want deeper understanding, Follow every correct answer with one sentence starters. Examples include, tell me why that works. Describe how that should sound. And what would happen if we didn't do that? That's one sentence, one habit, and huge payoff. Here's a reflection question to take into your next rehearsal. What answers am I accepting that don't actually reveal student understanding? This isn't about catching students. It's about coaching musicians. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a colleague who's juggling sound quality, pacing, and real learning every single day. And if you want deeper breakdowns, rehearsal prompts, and behind-the-scenes strategies, you can join us inside the Music Educator Backstage Pass. Until next time, keep teaching the music, not just covering the notes.